Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Patrick, and I am with Worship Gear Collective. Thank you for coming in and checking out the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a review on the Jackson Audio Bloom version 2. In my opinion, compression is one of the best effects that a guitar player has in their arsenal. I use mine always on, right? So I never turn it off. One of the biggest things that I use compression for is to kind of help even out my playing. So it kind of, takes my highs, takes my lows, squashes them a little bit, brings up some, brings down the other, just gets it to match a little bit better. I know some people say, oh, that takes away like dynamics in your playing, but for me, it allows me to play a little bit more dynamic because it's something that I feel. If I really want to sit there and just dig in a little bit harder, it really makes it something that's, in my opinion, really helps bring out my sound. So compression can be used in a lot of ways. That's one of the ways that I use it. Another way that I use it is I use it to kind of push the front end of my amp a little bit. And that's just something that kind of, gives me a little bit of volume boost. Helps me get that, more right around that breakup tone that I want. And one of the awesome things with the Bloom, which I haven't really seen very many reviews of this on YouTube in terms of like a worship perspective, right? It's kind of expensive. Some people kind of look at the price and they're like, oh my gosh, $429? I'm going to do some research on that. Kind of a lot of money for a compressor, right? But this thing is so much more than that. The Bloom is, A, it's a compressor, right? 2, it is an EQ, which is amazing. It's awesome. And then it's also like a studio kind of rated, if you want to call it that. I want to say it's based on the Band Axle EQ. And then you have the Bloom setting. The Bloom really, well, obviously where this thing gets its name, but it's also, it's an amazing clean volume boost, right? I personally don't really use it that much, so maybe I'm definitely underutilizing this pedal for sure. First off, like I said, there's a couple modes on the Bloom. You have a couple modes that you can use on the Bloom, a couple different things. First is they have a magenta mode, which is the mode that I actually end up using, which is like their R&B mode. To my ear, it's a little bit more smooth. You have a white mode, which is like a limiter. Then you have a blue mode. It is the ballad mode. It's a much, much, much more smooth style of compression. They have a aqua mode, which is like their Joey Landreth mode, which if you don't know who Joey Landreth is, you should definitely check him out. Amazing guitar player, amazing slide player, which is primarily what that mode is used for. It's a dual style compression essentially, and it's made for using slide guitar. And then they also have I want to say it's a green mode, which is country mode. I personally, like I said, I put it on the magenta mode, which is the mode that I found the best, and I just stick with it. I like it a lot. It's awesome. The next thing that you can do with this thing is EQ. The way that I use this is I use it for switching guitars, right? I have my first guitar, my main guitar, which is this Sir here that I'm holding. I don't have an EQ turned on for that. I just try to get it as good as I can sounding just with the amp, just with my ACS1s. And we have the Bloom setting, which, like I said, I don't typically use the Bloom setting very much because I don't ever really find myself needing a boost. Then the next thing you could do with this pedal is MIDI. I do not, however, use MIDI for this pedal. The Bloom it's amazing. Like I said, I want to say it's an optical compressor. Definitely compresses differently than things that I've used before. The Bloom has been my favorite. I've been through quite a bit, and the very first compressor I ever had was a MXR Dynacomp, which I had no idea how to use compression at the time. So it was kind of, for me, like a really misunderstood pedal. It was something that I was just like, why do people even bother using this? But every worship video I'd ever see, they'd be like, I run this as an always-on compressor, and never really explained until I started diving into compression, trying to figure that out. That's when I was just like, oh, like this is why people run it always on. And a lot of people still don't run it always on. If you want to go ahead and see my Bloom settings and the way that I use it, I'll go ahead and throw that up on the screen now. And you can see kind of what that looks like and how I run it. I'll put it in a song context, kind of switching between pickups, just so you can kind of see what it does for my playing.
Now let the king of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he's my song. Let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, he's my, oh, sing it again. Let the king of my heart, be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is God. Oh, I know. Let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, he is my soul. It's the you're good. Oh, you are good. You're good. Oh, you are good. You're good. Oh, you are good. You're good.
Thank you for checking out our video on the Jackson Audio Bloom. This is our review. Like I said, I really love this pedal. It's amazing. So I highly recommend it. I highly recommend compression in general on any of your rigs. I think it's definitely something that's worth pursuing. So yeah, leave your questions below. Let us know what you thought of the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Look forward to more content because we're going to have a lot more coming your way. Thanks for checking us out. Have a good one. Bye.